Mike and Trina, really nice couple. This is the story of the teacher, remember, that we heard? A couple of kids threw eggs in the window and he ran out the door, they took off, and the van actually hit him. Put him in a wheelchair. Now he's just learning to walk all over again. A lot of nerve damage.
He can walk?
He can walk now, but he's more shuffled.
With your back being fused and stuff like that, you're never gonna get to be the person I was before.
But we're going to make it easy for him to get around his house, right from the front, all the way through the side to the very back.
I definitely think this will speed up my rehabilitation, just being outside, functioning normally. That's the kind of thing that helps you get better.
You must be Trina.
Nice to meet you.
Mike,
so
nice to meet you. Where's Mikey?
Welcome. He's upstairs at the couch. It's a little hard for him to come downstairs. We got married 2 years ago, so we met just over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3.5 years. It was a bit of a whirlwind. We met in March, and we got engaged in September. When I introduced him to my parents, it actually was on Easter at my aunt and uncle's with all of my cousins there, and he had the entire table on the floor laughing. And I just thought, you know, this is someone I could spend the rest of my life with.
This time, you know, normally I get up and we walk around and talk, but this time I think we'll sit down and yak for a moment.
Well, we can walk, but I'm just a little bit slower than I used to be.
Well, as long as you can shuffle. Can you shuffle?
Like a 92-year-old.
Like a 92-year-old?
Yeah, I'm good there.
We're both teachers, and we chose the house
Because it's in the middle.
because it's in the middle. It's 30 minutes for me to go to school in Brampton. It's 25 minutes for him to get to school in Scarborough.
Yeah. And you hardly ever hear anything in this neighborhood except for that night.
I'm curious when this happened.
Just under 6 months ago. March 14th, I was playing my video games. It was March break. I was up, it was just before 1 o'clock, and an egg hit my window. And I told Trina, I ran outside, and I saw the minivan driving away. And as they were driving away down the street, I stepped out off the curb, and they saw me, and they accelerated. And at first, I was like, there's no way this is gonna happen. So as I stepped off, they came across the road, speeding up. I tried to get out of the way, but they kind of mounted the curb, and I got hit on the left side of my body. And when I went to get up, I couldn't get up, and I saw Trina screaming, running after the minivan, and I yelled at her.
You didn't see it, did you, Trina?
I did. I was outside of the front of the house, so I saw the whole thing. I screamed his name, and then he fell. And then I just remember the minivan driving away and seeing the back of the minivan, and I ran after it. I thought, you know, I have to get their license plate number. People never get the license plate number. This is what I need to do. And I thought, Mike's fine. Of course he's fine. He's this big athletic guy. And I ran after them, and then that's when Mike called me and told me that he couldn't move his legs. So, of course, I was freaking out again, screaming, and nobody's lights were on. That's what I couldn't understand. How did nobody hear that? How did nobody hear me screaming? And I screamed again, you know, please, somebody help us.
It's the only thing that makes me angry. Like the fact that my wife had to see me get hit, go over that van, and the image of her running after the van. Yeah, I was paralyzed from my hips down, and I was in bed at the hospital for just under 8 weeks.
They haven't caught the guys, is that correct?
Nah, they were able to get the paint chips out of my clothes because I was hit that hard by the minivan. And they were able to determine the year, the model, the color. And then they did radiuses around my house and the school, and they exhausted all their leads. So right now it's basically a cold case, so.
Don't you think when the van goes home, it's kids, that parents see the vehicle, and all of a sudden it's got to be fixed, but yet on the news the very next day, a teacher gets hit by a vehicle, hit and run. I believe someone knows more than just the 2 kids that were in that vehicle. I believe there's other people that know this, and no one's saying anything.
Like with your back being fused and stuff like that, you're never gonna get to be the person I was before. Just going down and upstairs itself is hard.
Now, I also hear you were a bit of a shoe fanatic.
A bit of it.
This is what I call running shoes galore.
I used to spend hours downstairs, like in my shoe room, like reorganizing them by number and making sure they're clean. And I've been down there maybe 4 or 5 times since the accident. I'm nowhere near where I want to be.
You know, I think we forget that life is short, very fragile, and it can change at any given moment.
The worst part is Trina loves to have dinner in the summertime out in the backyard, and I can't get out through our small living room to the backyard because the step's too far down.
The room that leads to the backyard right next to the dining room actually has 2 steps going down it. That room and the backyard were just off limits to him until he was able to take steps. Now he can go down those steps by holding onto the railings, but when he gets to the back door, he actually can't go outside. He hasn't been in the backyard since he's been home because it's too big of a drop. Once he got out there, I don't think it would be very safe for him. There's holes, the patio stones are all really tilted and separating, and then even the grass, you can see where it started to sink. It's just really uneven for him, and it would just be a tripping hazard for him.
I can see clearly why Mike would have a hard time getting out the door, using the stairs. There's no rails on either side. So here's some of the things that I'm going to tell you. So you're going to promise me not to tell him, right?
Okay.
I won't tell you everything.
All right, okay.
Okay, I want to change the door.
Okay.
So I want to put in a big 42-inch door with a side light on one side. So what that allows him is to open up the door and have a lot more room to come in and out, just in case in the future to say he's got to be back in a wheelchair. We need to think of everything. I'm hoping he walks and everything's fine, but what about the future? Right, so let's just cover both sides of the fence. I'm going to put up a very nice deck here. Then this deck is something state-of-the-art and something totally new.
Okay.
It's going to be rather big. It's going to be a really great design. It's going to have some special features, but the wonderful thing about it is that we're going to take it up from the front of your house, right all the way through to your neighbors, and right through the backyard to make sure that he can literally walk right to the backyard without taking one step other than shuffling his feet.
Amazing.
I definitely think this will speed up my rehabilitation, just being outside, functioning normally. That's the kind of thing that helps you get better. The more you do, the better you get. So if I practice walking from a deck to a grass or gravel to a grass, whatever the case may be, that's going to help speed up my recovery because I'm going to be able to apply that when I get outside of the house.
I need your oath. You're going to say, Mikey, I am not going to look out the backyard until you're done.
I promise.
And you got to make
Backyard.
sure Mike doesn't look out the backyard until we're done.
Mike won't. He has told me from the beginning. He said, no, I have no problem looking at the backyard. It's you, Trina, I don't trust.
Okay.
Perfect. Deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, that's the shoe I wore, and that's the cake Trina had made for me.
So
It was great.
I know it's a cake.
We ate the
For
cake.
you would think
You know
it was
what? The
great.
shoe's in our freezer, actually.
Yeah.
The shoes in the freezer.
Yeah.
But the cake.
The cake.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The actual shoe or the cake?
We're gonna go in, charge all our batteries, so get your batteries ready.
Idea. Let's not work in the rain.
And you know what? When's it ever stopped you? In New Orleans, this was nothing.
I'm like sugar, I melt in the rain.
Mike and Trina, really nice couple. This is the story of the teacher. Remember that we heard that we're going to make it easy for him to get around his house, right from the front, all the way through the side to the very back. So easy story. The problem we have today is a rainy day.
It's lovely.
You're not made of sugar.
I just said it to Carl. I'm absolutely made of sugar. I'm melting this.
You're made of sugar.
And this outfit is so unflattering.
It's unflattering. Johnny.
Morning.
Are you ready?
Absolutely.
So we have our 2 bins. One's going to be for earth, one's going to be for debris. Let's get the table chairs in the garage. John's the only one not wearing rain gear. But he doesn't mind. He's a landscaper. He doesn't mind getting wet. All right, so let's just get ready. Let's take that down. Let's get it to the bin.
Now, do you want me to try to save it, put it back, or are we putting it
No,
in your
we're
fence?
putting it right in the garbage.
Okay, perfect.
There's nothing to salvage there. It's already rotted.
Got it.
Push up on
My
it.
ears are
Push
itchy.
up on it.
Push up on it while I do it?
There. Push up on it. Put your glasses on, push up on it. Take the bounce out.
It tickles my ears. Oh, yeah. Thank
See
you,
that?
Mike. That's the way. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, here's a fast way of doing it. Let's pull all our center bolts out, leaving the end bolts. So take that beam out, take that angle bracket out, take the downspout down, and then we'll pull the other bolts at the end, ladder on each side, and push.
Watch out!
Whoever built this actually did it right. Here's your channels that we put in place, and what that does is it really shows you, once the screws go in, it holds it very rigid and keeps the wind from grabbing it and actually breaking it. So it's a pain in the butt to do, but somebody did it right. If you're using this, you need this. It's been a messy day, but it's been a good day. We've got the deck down, we've got bringing up the patio stones now. The guys got dirty, they had some fun, and we didn't stop. You know, we didn't waste a day. We keep going. Hopefully tomorrow's a little bit more sunnier. That might be good. I don't mind getting wet, personally. Dirty, I do.
This is my shoe room.
That's a lot of shoes.
It is.
When did you start collecting shoes?
Back in high school, I started my obsession for shoes. These were the shoes I was wearing during the accident. I actually was knocked out of them, and my ring.
That means you were definitely hit hard.
Yeah, those shoes, and I was so worried about them. I'm like, don't let them cut the shoes off me. Well, actually, the shoes had my first dance with Trina, are these ones right here. She let me wear my basketball shoes, my favorite pair of shoes ever. After I said we do, she let me wear them for the wedding, which was really nice.
I like the way you said that. She let me wear them.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, now I've got some good news and some bad news, and the good news is really simple, that I'm going to make your world a lot easier. And I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm going to turn your backyard into an oasis where you and your wife can go back outside and have dinner and enjoy it and maybe do other things. So, but I'm not going to tell you. Do you have any faith in me that I could make it right?
All the faith in the world. Like, it means a lot that you're even taking the time to think about doing this for us, and I've seen what you've done before, and I have all the faith in the world.
Okay,
Definitely.
Now I have the bad news.
All right.
The bad news is we have asbestos tile that is into the furnace room underneath all your carpets, and here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to pull your carpets, bring in a team. We're going to pull the asbestos tile out from your complete basement and give you new carpet. So I need to ask, because I'm going to be pulling everything out, do I have your permission to even touch your shoes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes?
I trust you.
So we'll bring them in boxes and we'll put them all away, and maybe I'll do something funky.
Sounds awesome.
Okay, that's the least I could do. John needs to grade the front and backyard away from the home to keep the water from penetrating that foundation.
Here, guys, you want to tie that on for me there? So to make the proper slope, we got to start off knowing where everything is level. Once we know that, we can slope it off to wherever we want and get our grades in perfect condition. The laser transit system, we have the head over there that's self-leveling. So that laser beam's coming completely level at any point in this yard. And then from that, we can take that level and transfer it anywhere across, or we can move this up and down, and that'll transfer slope this way. The nice thing about this system is it's foolproof and it's fast.
Now that John's got his grid in place, what his job to do by the end of the day today is to make sure he grades everything on a minimum 2-degree slope so we have water runoff on the property. So here's how it's going to look. As the deck comes out from the corner covering the air conditioning, the barbecue will be right there. It's a perfect spot from the back door. As well as that deck is going to come across the house just under the doorway, come out, and then go straight across to the fence line. The hot tub will be approximately right there with a beautiful little privacy wall around it. Table and chairs, barbecue, hot tub, a walkable area, just for Mike, a walkable area all the way around the back, coming down to this area right here, where he can walk and have dinner with his wife in the corner in a lovely little 2-person setting. It's going to look really good.
We're ready for you!
Right in the mouth.
It's hard to imagine exactly what he's gonna do, but the thing that I keep seeing in my head is just stepping out onto a deck, not worrying about a step. And it seems like a small thing, but it means the world to me that I'll be able to take a step outside of my house without worrying about where my feet are gonna fall or if I'm gonna trip. I just transition, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna be able to transition into the backyard, and it'll allow me to be outside, and that means a lot.
Guys, don't take it personal, but these shoes are a collector item, okay? So we have to, like, pack them away. It's not like your house, Derek, where you just take your shoes, throw them to the dog or the cat, okay? So we need someone like Nicole that appreciates shoes. But no, honestly, these are all collectors. We need to really take care of them, okay? So let's just box them really nice and let's get them out of here.
Okay.
How many pairs?
I think it's 80.
80 pairs?
80 pairs.
Nice.
He's got more shoes than Nicole.
I know. Sherry's probably got more than him, though.
Oh, Sherry's got more shoes than a shoe company.
We're gonna take these to the bank and lock them up.
Yeah.
Ready?
In this case here, this deck is a floating deck. The deck pan itself is a combination, a joist and a floor system at the same time. When it nests together, it kind of forms like a honeycomb pattern that together it acts like one big board. That's what gives us its strength. The stone we chose for this project is 1.5 inch granite. It's flamed, so the surface is spalled off to provide a non-slip surface. This is ideal for this type of application, given that the homeowner has a hard time moving around right now. We don't want him slipping on the surface of the stone or the surface of the deck itself. So what happens now, if we just relay the stones onto the steel, we lock it together with sand, but what happens is sand would bleed through the drain holes. So now we drop down a heavy builder felt. So now we start laying the field stone in dry, and the pattern we're using is called a pinwheel pattern. What's nice with the deck system is that because all of the structure is carried by the steel, you literally can put the stone down in any pattern you like, so it's purely an aesthetic thing.
Now, had anyone have ever said to me, we're going to do a steel deck, I would have said, absolutely not. That's a commercial application and not residential. But when you look at this, and I look at the lifespan, the strength of it, this far exceeds minimum code for any deck that we've ever built. You designed this? You engineered this?
Both John and myself.
Yeah, so you came from, I love this story.
We come out of the automotive and the steel industry, so we took the same approach that we did in automotive.
So you're way above code, so and anywhere you go, they're going to say, oh, it's good, because you've engineered it. You got the stamp on it. That means it's strong enough, it's good enough, and it lasts
Forever.
how long?
Forever.
Forever is a really long time.
You know what? It's the deck itself, by itself, is 60 years is what we've engineered it to. But now we add anodes to the system, and the anodes are replaceable every 5 to 10 years.
What's the anodes?
Anodes, it's a zinc puck what they use on ships on the ocean. So you change these out maybe 5 every 10 years, and you literally have an indefinite lifespan.
How do you change them out?
They're simple. We located 5 on the deck. They're all accessible near the corners, near the stairs, around the hot tub. Each puck covers about 100 square feet of protection for the surface of the deck itself. When water hits the deck, if the zinc wasn't there, it would go grab iron. It would go grab the steel.
Oxygen in the moisture will be attracted to the zinc over the steel.
That's right.
Exactly right.
That is brilliant.
Whenever there's water.
There's a science to this. It's not just a steel deck.
That's right.
That's it.
That's it.
Otherwise,
That'll
not
cover, this zinc anode will cover this whole area here from rusting. You come back every 5 years. If we see it pitted.
Do we do this on cars?
We do. If you buy...
I had no idea. I care more about the stereo. Really. I had no idea,
do the same
really.
thing first.
Can you guys come outside and give us a hand moving this hot tub? It only weighs 1 million pounds. Well, this sure beats carrying it.
Sure.
Well, this is a big hot tub. It weighs about 700 pounds. Mine's 1,000 pounds, and I'll never forget picking it up. There were 6 or 8 of us. And I swore I picked it up myself. I kept saying to people, are you faking this? You better be carrying this. That's a nice hot tub. Yes. I hate moving things twice, especially a 700-pound hot tub. So let's do a game plan here. Lunch first? I might have to eat something. I'm hungry.
Here's a good measure. Are you good with the tape?
Yeah. All we gotta do, absolutely. All we gotta do is determine which way we're gonna put this. The last thing I wanna do is pick up a 700-pound hot tub, put it in place, and we gotta move it again. So we think ahead, go, where should the stairs be? How's he gonna get in? How's it going to look sitting here? Where's the service side? Do we put the service side to the deck, which means it's gonna be at least 6 inches away? This is our conduit that runs through the pad, down underground, and all the way into the house where Frank has run his electrical. We have our destination, which is right here. So when we put the hot tub in place, our conduit's here.
Okay, this is underground cable that's being passed through the conduit.
Here she comes. Okay, that's good.
You want to let your angle
Don't
down,
lift
guys?
it up. We're gonna tilt it down.
We're gonna tilt it
hold
down.
it. Just like that? You're okay with that? All right. Okay, I don't want to put a lot of weight on the edge of the deck, okay?
Okay. Okay, now stop there. Can we stop here?
Yeah.
Do the wire?
Wire.
Okay. Good. Okay, slide it towards you guys. Whoa, okay.
Nice and slow.
It's gotta go that way, boys.
Well, I think we got to get Frank to hook it up because my back's sore now, and I think I'm going to sit in that seat.
Definitely. Your neck, your shoulders.
Yeah, because I have a sore neck. I'm jumping in.
Perfect.
Well, welcome
nice to
home.
meet you.
Yeah, it
Thank
was nice
you.
meeting you finally. How's school going?
I love my class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a permanent job.
Oh,
on
did you?
Friday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, it's huge. Mike keeps saying he feels like he's waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I said, but
won't.
Mike, the other shoe dropped.
It already dropped
yeah,
first.
It
It
dropped
went in
first.
reverse this time, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's going to be really nice in the end. I'm really happy to do this for you.
Thank you.
No worries at all. Did you meet everybody already?
I think I've pretty well met everybody.
Yeah?
I think
She
so.
knows me.
Yes.
Oh,
she
I'm
knows
sorry
her.
about her.
I don't see her very often.
This
so
is
it's
why
okay.
we keep her in the basement.
Thank you.
This is looking good. It's been a lot of work just for a deck, isn't it? Well, it's not just the deck. This is what happens when you plan things out. Today, we have the carpet coming out. We've got our asbestos removal guys for the tile. The gas guys will be working there. I have John and his guys in the back. Clockwork. Love it. Absolutely love it.
That's a lot of carpet. Go! She's getting eaten up by the carpet.
Flatten it out.
The whole basement has asbestos tile throughout it. We're gonna remove the tile. It'll probably take us 4 to 5 hours to do it. And once the tile is removed from the floor, we will bag it, put it in the asbestos bin. It'll go to landfill, the hole will be pre-dug, it'll get buried, and that's the end of the process.
Whoa, that's a big difference. That's where the shoe rack used to be, right?
That's right. So basically what I've heard was this is gonna be her room. This is the woman's cave.
This is the woman's cave. I love it, man. Okay, so what do you want to do in the next room?
Well,
Show
this
me.
is gonna be the man's cave, so
this is, he wants a pool table here?
a pool table, a couple chairs over here. So if it's good with you,
Yeah.
we were thinking about changing around the plan and actually making this the focal point so that when the guys are in here, they can see his shoes because he's got so many cool shoes,
He's
right?
got such a cool shoe collection,
Yeah.
man. Absolutely.
So we could stick probably more than 80 on this wall.
You know what, buddy? I love that idea. I love you guys sticking it in here, but you know what I love even better is you guys building it.
You give him a quick task. Let's make a shoe rack. No, it's not just a shoe rack. And I think I'm gonna get rotating wheels so we can put the shoes on, so we can highlight his shoes in the corner. Imagine that. You put your shoes on, it hit a button, and it just spins. Now, I think Mike's gonna be sitting downstairs looking at it going, I love this. He's gonna like the deck, but I think he's gonna love his shoe rack way better. guys. Are you kidding? You know, they come in a house like this and understand the story with Mike and what's happened to him and his wife and how it's affected the family. I mean, it started with a deck in the back. You know, we're doing the whole thing in the back, doing a hot tub. I'm trying to be quiet. He's upstairs. You know, the walkway, steel gates, right up to the front. Asbestos tile. Let's pull the asbestos tile. Oh, look, let's fix the walls. Install all new windows. Oh, let's put in a new panel. You know, these guys, they're all like, just let's do it. Let's do it. These are guys that care about what they're doing. When they really like the homeowner, they want to step up to the plate and do extra, and that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not going to get upset. It costs a little more money to do this. How am I going to leave this? You know, I can't. So let's perfect it. I'm not taking it all down and building a new basement, but we are going to clean it up and give it that little bit of TLC with a turning shoe stand. Wow. Nice and high. Oh, that's not high. He slid into first. We dropped off a load of mulch, and every once in a while, I love to see my guys have some fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was pretty good. There was a roofer here that came in to help Mike and his wife because he got hit by the van and really damaged. And they didn't charge, but what they didn't do was this back porch.
Yeah, it's really low slope. It's good that it has slope, but it's a slope that's, you know, you can't really shingle.
If you don't mind, can we fix that?
Yeah, that'll have to be done. So I'm just pulling up the edge of the shingles here on the roof. And really why we're doing this is it's got a very low slope, not suitable for asphalt shingles. Because this is not a shed, it's an actual living space under this roof, we want to ensure that we have the right roofing product for it. Either a flat roofing type of system, ribbed metal, for instance.
Oh, looks like we got a nest of some kind here, definitely.
How's the insulation?
It doesn't look too good, but I have some other type of insulation that I hope is not the dangerous kind.
Oh, man, there's vermiculite.
Oh, God.
Vermiculite was an old form of insulation, and really, by itself, it's not bad, but if you disturb it, it has the potential, 90% chance of containing asbestos. Now, that's bad. Here's the vermiculite here. Now, really, about 90% of it is actually asbestos. It's only about 10% in the country that is not asbestos. However, we're not going to play with it. We're not going to touch it. The vermiculite was already removed. There's only small traces of it. I'm not going to call on a team to pull it out. We're just going to add new insulation, close it off. It's not a big deal. However, in the future, if they plan to do renovations, we're going to have to let them know that we found it, and there may be pockets of it on the inside of the house. But we definitely need more insulation, and whoever's been living in here has been, like, right through it. So you're probably right. It's probably a squirrel. Look at the screws on this. This is not even into their pieces. They just scabbed the ends and put up a, you know, this is the roofer again. You gotta love these guys, because obviously it was rotten, so the same guys that did the sheathing, same guys that did the wrong procedure of shingles, they scab it on with 2x6 and then put on a front fascia and barely even tie into it. So, you know, it's just pure stupidity. You believe this? Small roof, big problems.
We run into them a lot.
That doesn't surprise me in the least, but are we going to run into more surprises? Here's the question. Can of worms, you want to open it?
Do we have a choice?
Just in case. Do we have a tarp?
Yeah, we can get it covered if we have.
Okay, let's pull it up now and see the rest of this crap. Doesn't matter, seriously.
Yeah.
How many houses do we go to, and each and every time we touch something, every time?
I know, what did I say? This is the smallest roof probably we've ever had Steve do. We have vermiculite, we have squirrels, we have...
no insulation.
No insulation, crappy install of the rafters.
Crappy installation of the shingles, which shouldn't be on a 112 pitch roof.
Here's 5 out of 5. It is gonna look like
hear
lattice.
that plane? I so want to get on that plane. I so want to go south right now.
No kidding, because you see this happening. You see them keep tearing into the house, that's why.
We are on a schedule here.
I know.
Are you gonna pull off that fascia?
But he needs 3 feet.
Yeah, we are.
Why?
Pull it up. Because it really does look like crap. Steve said to pull it off.
Oh, but
You gotta love Steve. All right.
So 3 feet.
Stop opening things, because you give me, I'm getting, not feeling well.
Damon, what is this? that's my face.
That was supposed to be his face.
They're making fun of my nose again.
It's hard being stuck in the house. It's very difficult being limited to where you can go. And even when you go somewhere, you have to think about it. The idea of walking out into my backyard without thinking about it makes me smile. I mean, that would mean the world to me.
So let's put this in, guys. Let's go. Carpet is actually standing there waiting for us. You see that guy right there?
He's waiting. And it looks like he's been sweating. He's sweating watching us. It's gonna be a busy day. We're trying to finish up most of the cabinets here because we have the carpet guys in. All the tackless is down. We have the underlay in the other room already. We're just trying to get this done, so obviously we can get a shop back in and vacuum the floor before the underlay goes down here. Carpet gets laid down, covered up, paint, basement's done. Bam, bam, bam.
So we're just going to do a dry fit with this electric fireplace. So this unit is providing about 1,500 watts of electric heat, which works out to the same as a small micro furnace. But here we're going to have a nice flame effect. So you can choose a heat application or you can just have a flame working. All right, so now we've got the insert finished up and we've synced in a remote control system. So this unit has flame actions, heat sensor on it, and all it is a single push of a button and we have our fireplace.
I brought in the light from a company that I frickin' love. Free light. Free light. What's that mean? Free light. Think about it. This is a solar light. The guy's a genius. I've met him, and he is an electronics engineer. He has designed probably one of the best I've ever seen solar lights. Nice and simple. Don't need to hook up any electrical.
That doesn't make any sense. I go on one coffee break and my job's done for me. Look at this. You got a permit for that?
You know what, Frank? You don't need a permit.
Yeah, but it's an electrical job.
There's no wires.
I don't care, it's electrical, don't touch it. Don't touch my work.
I don't need a permit. But if you want, you can install it.
Oh, you want me to screw the screws in?
4 Type-Cons, yeah.
Well, think about it.
We should be using these more. We should be telling everyone, use these.
Oh, you see the basement?
Well, I'm hearing
good.
the locker room. I think he's going to fall over. I heard we went and did some therapy yesterday, and all he kept saying was, I wish I could get in a bathtub. I just wish I could get in a bath.
You're kidding.
I don't think he realizes he's going to have a hot bath.
No kidding. I'm not getting in there with him, no way.
No.
You okay?
Yep.
Too fast?
Ooh. When I was sitting on the stability ball with the volleyball, sitting down, my lower back tightens up and it causes pain to come through my hips and my lower back. With the stability ball, it causes me to rotate, which is even more difficult. And now I'm using my feet, my hips, my core to maintain my balance, something that was really simple beforehand. As long as I can feel the pain, that means I can feel my lower extremities, and it's pain from exercising, and I'll take that any day of the week because I know there's people with far worse injuries that can't do what I do. It's less painful to lay in bed, but I'm not going to get better laying in bed or sitting on the couch watching TV. I got to get up and do it.
What we're doing is we're running a holiday plug for them. We're going to be placing it nice and high so they can plug in their holiday plugs. As you can see, we're going to get perfect height up here so they can end up running all their lighting. It's going to be controlled on a timer downstairs by the panel, so it's easy access. You program it once, you get it to turn on at a certain hour, turn off at a certain hour. You can override switch. They're absolutely going to love this.
Here's the price for this project. The deck, including the granite stone, is $15,000. The ramp and rails is $5,500. The landscaping, including permacon stone, $35,000. Windows and doors, $11,000. The metal gates, $5,500. Hot tub with the concrete pad, $9,000. Roofing and gutters, $2,500. I can keep going, and there's a huge list here. That totals $111,100, and that doesn't even include us. That's a lot of money for this job, but it sure looks good. But it's the last minute things that no one sees. What do we do, right? It's not just a, oh, bam, to the reveal. There's a lot of work happening to make this to the end, the happy part, the part that I like. Let's give it back. It's not my house anymore. Are we ready? That's gonna look really good. Lockers. I really like that idea. He's gonna fall over.
Whose idea was that anyway?
I believe it was Carlito's.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Or was it yours?
I can't recall. Maybe you should ask him.
Actually, it was yours.
Was
You
it?
reminded him, he told me, that he's a gym teacher.
Oh.
So it was your idea.
I don't...
You know you're getting good at this.
Am I?
Yes,
Okay.
actually. You gonna be taking the business over one day?
One day.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Come on out. After you.
Thank you.
Trina. Mike, I'll hold the door. We're in no hurry. You don't have to run. You can run next month.
Sure, sounds like fun.
Let's start here.
All right.
You remember you had a step over there to your neighbor.
A step to get to the backyard, and there was a step to get into the door, and that, for me, is the first thing that I notice is that I don't have to step up anymore or step down when I leave the house.
And I guess you can see the gates already, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the first time we've seen it, actually.
It's gorgeous.
That's beautiful.
Now, I have to tell you, I brought Frank in, and he did a lot of electrical work, which I'll explain more downstairs, but if you can tell, we've upgraded from 100 amps to 200 amps. You now have a receptacle up top because we hear you love Christmas and all the lights.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's on a timer, which I'll show you downstairs later, too. You're really gonna like it. From 7 to 11, it'll turn off.
This is so accessible for me right now, just up to this point. Like from the driveway all the way up, there's no more steps. There's something that when I go somewhere, I ask how many steps are there. I had to worry about that at my own house. Now I don't have to.
You wanna see the backyard?
Definitely.
So bad.
After you.
Nice
This
and
is
smooth.
awesome. Railings and a ramp. This is unbelievable.
Just so you know, you can see there's steps there, yes?
Yep.
So what we did was made sure that we give you a ramp for use now, but we think ahead that we can pull that ramp out so when you're back and running and dancing with Trina, you can actually use the stairs.
Yeah,
so
this
instead
is
of just
amazing.
having a ramp here, we want to make sure that there's a future to this. Well, come on up. I want you to see
I was gonna
this.
say, you can do it without your ski poles, probably.
Oh.
So let's stand here for a second to just take a quick look.
This is unbelievable. I don't even know where
See
to
what that
start.
is?
That just made my heart jump.
This is so state-of-the-art, it's ridiculous. I kind of want one now.
You can come over and use it anytime.
But the two of you get to jump out here anytime you want.
Oh, and we will.
We will.
Now, I tried to make this simple. Bum height. Sit down, legs up and over. You even have a handle that can swing in. What I love about this little thing is I flick this switch, and at nighttime you get an LED
That's
light.
awesome.
That is amazing. Everything so far has been for me to get around. This is gonna help me get better.
Okay, now I had a vision. We were going to put up, a nice piece of lattice and give you a little bit of privacy. And then I said, no, it's not going to work based on how this layout works for me. So I said, you know what? There's hot tub, covers. 4 stands, beautiful cover, curtains all the way around it. We tried really hard to get one. Holmes makes it right. They give you a $1,000 card, so you can either go get a new table and chairs or the cover for the hot tub with the nice privacy curtains. I'd go for the cover on the hot tub, personally.
Thank you so much.
When we talked about it, we talked deck and grass. And this is just so much more than we ever imagined.
You have no idea how much easier this is.
Not only did we pull up all your asbestos tile that was everywhere.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my
looking. Come on
gosh.
in. This is a minor surprise.
Oh my
New
goodness.
carpet, new trim, new paint. It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of lipstick and mascara.
That is
we have a
gorgeous.
fireplace on this side, electric, an electric fireplace on the other side for that comfy, cozy room on either side that you
This is
want.
amazing.
Not bad, eh?
We hated the way it looked with the color that was before. That looks like you guys tore it down and built it new.
I had one of my friends supply a solar light. It's called free light. See it on top of your...
Oh, yeah.
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 Ever since my house was egged, I've noticed how dark my property is. But with that light, I feel a lot better.
I have one more thing to show you. Remember your shoes?
Yeah. Do I remember my shoes? I've missed them so much.
No?
Oh my gosh.
George Chuvalo.
Oh my goodness, nice to meet you. How's it going? How's it going? Nice to see you.
Oh, wow.
How are you? Nice to see you, kid.
Nice to see you.
Georgie.
Nice to see some former neighbors. I used to live in the neighborhood about 200 yards away.
There's so much to take in.
It's a museum.
My museum plus the man who actually beat Ali. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's such
We had a couple of tough fights.
He's such a good guy.
Yeah, a couple of...
The front yard is more than enough, because that makes my life easier. And we go at the back and there's a hot tub, a new barbecue, a new landscape, and I come down here and I've got a shoe museum of my own, and it's hard to process. It's unbelievable. Like, everything looks so good, from like the windows, the walkways. It's unbelievable. The amount of work, hours people put in, and the generosity of the different people that contributed to all this is mind-blowing. This is what I miss the most. I miss my shoes so much. This is more than, this blows my mind.
They look so much better.
It's crazy.
George.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple of pair of shoes here. They're the boxing shoes. And one's for you, one's for me, and we're gonna sign it. We're gonna put it on this rotating dish here.
How long you had this collection?
This has been an addiction since high school.
No kidding,
Yeah.
wow.
So now you have a complete collection.
Definitely now it's definitely complete. You know, you've done a lot. Excuse me for 1 second.
We've just been overwhelmed with generosity, and we can't believe how much has been done for us.
Hey, Mike.
No way.
We got your pair of shoes.
What's your name?
Shane.
Shane.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is from all of us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hopefully
You gotta
your
be kidding
collection
me.
will grow now too.
Well, this is gonna be the first, because all I have is Holmes workwear boots. That's too awesome.
We went into
Look at this.
I don't even have those.
They're mine, right? They're not yours.
No, they're yours.
They're yours.
This shouldn't have happened. Two young, foolish kids in a van being really stupid, playing chicken at the end of it. These are the guys that are gonna have to live with this for the rest of their life. Unfortunately, Mike, he's gonna have to live with it too. But he's gonna live with it a little bit easier based on what we do. Is this your whole family?
Basically, yeah.
This is why I keep doing what I do. Every once in a while, I don't want to do it anymore. But for this family, I'm not stopping.
2 and 1. There it is.
Everyone say, make it right.
Make it right.
I'm so happy that I was part of this job. I think out of every job we've done, these people deserve it the most.
Now you guys all have to leave because I'm going in the hot tub naked.
And they stay pristine in the boxes.
That's like my watches. You know how many watches I have?
No, how many watches?
And I still wear this one almost, well, then again, I wear this one for work. That's a big watch.
Carl got me that, man. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not about size, man.
Size does matter. Come on. It does. How big's your watch?
We're gonna do this? Look how small mine is.
My boat's bigger.
Size matters.
I got issues.
Imagine buying a house. Everything's been renovated, everything is new, everything is perfect. And you even got title insurance to cover you just in case. And your world is pulled out from under you as soon as you pull down a piece of drywall.
At first, we didn't think it was that serious. It was just looked bad.
Once we took down the walls, we realized there were all these other structural problems.
Phone the insurance company. Hey, do you cover things like this? Oh, yes, we do. That's why you have title insurance.
The catch-22 is that the title insurance policy won't come into effect without a work order.
The city, till this day, despite all the evidence that we have, refuses to step on my property to actually visit the home and determine whether it's fit for habitation.
This is a title fight. They had title insurance. They're not claiming to pay. Okay.
in 2005. After 3 years, we got engaged and we're looking for a house. We looked all over the city, actually, and this is one of our favorite neighborhoods. We're not really suburban people, so, you know, we do like having restaurants everywhere and being close to amenities. So it's a great neighborhood. The neighbors are awesome.
Rocco!
Hi, how are you?
Mike, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Stephanie?
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. How long? When?
6.5 months now,
Six
so
and a half
not
months.
much longer.
Rocco and Stephanie, nice couple. I mean, they got a baby on the way. They've had this house for almost 4 years now. They looked at many homes. This is a really nice neighborhood. I can tell they're picky people. They're very clean. The inside of the house is spotless. Here's Stephanie going, oh, well, I saw the rag over there. I said, I can tell you're clean. Okay, what have you done to the house so far? Because I know why I'm here.
Nothing.
You've done nothing.
We've painted, pretty much painted. That's pretty much.
Haven't built a deck. You haven't done anything.
Anything.
When you bought this house, I'm going to assume that the real estate agent said, oh, all new renos, new electrical, new basement, new.
Yes, which for us was a big selling feature.
Yeah.
I don't know much about construction or, repairing. The appeal of the house was that it was completely renovated.
It really seemed like a place where we could raise a family. It had everything we wanted.
Honestly, you walk in the house and you see tall ceilings. You see beautiful old character. It looks really good. But I look at the side of the house and I see 3 meters. Actually, there's 2 meters and 1 capped off. That tells me this was a triplex. And your heating in the house is I have a wall system here.
It's called a wall furnace.
I don't see any registers, so I'm going to assume you don't have any forced air. So you have one on each floor?
Yes.
Okay. But I hear we have a big issue with the basement. And am I gonna be surprised when I walk downstairs?
I think I would be surprised if you weren't surprised, put it that way. We wanted to soundproof the basement because we were planning on having a family, wanted a nanny suite. It was supposed to be just a simple take down the drywall on the ceiling, install some insulation and some resilient channels, pretty much a week max. And a year later, and here we are.
All right, that's jammed. And I can see the wear here. And I'm wondering why we're walking outside to go to the basement.
Because there's no entrance to the basement.
Now, I know for a fact, I don't care if this house was 100 years old, I know for a fact there was a set of stairs inside the home that led to the basement.
Yeah, there probably was. So this is the basement, a little bit of work.
Okay. Nothing holding this.
No, there's nothing there.
Well, that's not a good sign. Why did you take everything down?
Because of the smell. We found mold, took down the ceiling, and one thing led to another.
There was mold throughout the walls, not just the ceilings, but everywhere.
We just had to gut everything.
Paint looks good. New floors look good. New cabinets look good. Beyond that, that's my world. And my world, it's kind of sickening because when I take things down, I go, look. And somebody's dug this out here because we have a new ABS vertical pipe.
The floor was dug out at some point, so the foundation was below the level of the footings.
The previous homeowner had dug down and lowered the basement floor to below the foundation footings. This means nothing is preventing soil and water from entering the basement and undermining the load-bearing walls directly above. We have to find a way to stop erosion and support the footings. If we don't, the results could be catastrophic.
The first reaction was just scared and then trying to figure out how serious this was.
Looking at a brick foundation now that's undermining at the footing area, is that an issue? Yes, that's an issue. It needs to be addressed. Something you can't just close in and say everything's fine. I'm sure this looked beautiful when you came into the house, right? You were like, it's sold, I want it.
Yeah, we definitely felt like it was a beautiful house and we had faith that the person had done the renovations properly. So when we found all of this out, it was really upsetting. We did feel violated. We felt like, they knowingly sold us this house and had just repaired it so that we wouldn't find out what was actually wrong with it.
Nothing's really shifting except the front. Surprisingly, this area here is the biggest area that has not fallen down. I'm really surprised with that.
Every time we had someone new come in to give an opinion, they'd find more and more things that were more serious in nature.
Between a renovator and a city inspector not doing his or her job and, there was so many people in the mix, being able to do this to us, I took it personally. I'm pretty angry.
So they've 2x4'd your floor over top of the old planking. Kind of ingenious. I've never seen that done before.
I get worried when Mike Holmes says this is not something you've seen before.
No, actually, that's whoever done this. Somebody, years ago. This was beautiful.
Okay.
This was beautiful. It's really a true 2x8. Let's go upstairs.
I've always believed that title insurance was a great product. I know that it's a one-time cost and that, it's supposed to protect you for the lifetime that you own the house and your heirs. So to me, it was a no-brainer.
It covers any structural repair that required a permit or
work that was done without permits and it was not done properly. It should be black and white.
Title insurance is a good thing to have because it can help cover you in problems just like this one, structural defects. However, the title insurance won't cover this one until they get a work order from the city. That's a problem.
The city is the one that signed off on the home being renovated in 2004, but they're also the party that actually has to trigger this title insurance.
The city came and inspected the work that was done in 2004. Now they're being asked to come back and give a report that it's defective. Does anyone see a problem here?
We contacted the city countless times. We contacted different building departments by phone, by email. We contacted our city councilor. We've contacted all kinds of people.
The city ombudsman,
the
mayor, and the city till this day, despite all the evidence that we have, refuses to step on my property to actually visit the home and determine whether it's fit for habitation.
The building services department at first said things like, "Oh, we'll come next week. We'll get back to you." And then eventually they said it was with their legal department. And at that point, we looked at each other and said, why would it be with the legal department? That doesn't make any sense.
The city's not going to come back in and say the work they've already passed is defective. Why? Because it holds them liable. We got a lot of digging to do. I'm going to have to bring in a lot of people, and I haven't even seen the rest of your house yet.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous, but nothing big.
I'm grateful for Mike to come and help us out, but at the end of the day, I think title insurance and the city should get their act together and help not only us, because I doubt we're the only people in the city that are facing a similar circumstance.
At this time, I want to focus on my baby, signing up for baby and me classes, and all we're doing is focusing on, this nightmare with the city.
Jim.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So, what do we have here?
Let me show you. This is the only entrance to the basement. I can see right here the round top, which means this is a basement window. They do have a beam across here. This is original, this beam in here, but nothing's holding the brick.
Definitely, it's already starting to move, so we got to go and support that with something.
Something temporary,
Absolutely.
so it doesn't fall on anyone's head.
That's right.
Let's talk about the floor joist for a sec. I'm about a 16-foot span here, and I notice this is the fairly old 2x8 with 2x4 top, then plank flooring. And then I look down the path here, and I go, there used to be a beam here.
Or load-bearing wall, one or the other.
Something. Yeah, but
There's definitely been something here.
I'd almost say a beam looking by.
There would have had to have been something here for this span, given the depth of these joists.
16 feet's no good.
Absolutely not.
Looking at the span of the floor joist and knowing there was a beam in place and somebody pulled that out, it's just like, oh, who needs a beam?
It looks like we got a bit of a stone foundation and a brick on top.
Yeah, again, it's not everywhere. We're gonna see brick. Come on over here. We can see the continuation on the wall you were just in the bathroom.
Look at this.
I know.
When you see a step like this, it's a settlement or a shift. And a corner is a typical area that a house will shift. The good sign is there's no horizontal cracks. It's a thick wall. But this is saying there's something going on here. Water's been getting in. It's kind of washing away the soil.
And we look under the wall here.
Oh, geez.
Completely rotted out. So close to condemned, close.
If we were to leave these areas for a prolonged period of time, it could get progressively worse. And the unfortunate thing about clay brick and stone foundation is that when it does fail, it's instantaneous and without warning.
So what do you think? A benching or an underpinning am I going to have to do here?
If we're just doing it for stabilization and to try to fix up these footings, then we'll really do a bench, but we'll just underpin a little bit. So we've identified a few areas. We've got some step cracking showing settlement. We can deal with that. We have an area of the footing that looks like the bearing's kind of given way. We can deal with that as well. But we've cut it early enough.
Now, I'm looking at what I believe at one time is the footing. So I brought in an engineer. I'm bringing in you. Right now, Martin's here too, and we're going to be going through checking all the plumbing in the basement, all the drainage, and all the weepers.
Okay. Benching is a process of stabilizing the foundation, and in some cases, you do it to gain more head height. So our bench pin is going to come out, and it's going to go down. We're going to install our weeping tile at the base of the bench. The weeping tile is going to have a gravel bed around it, filter cloth underneath it to make sure no sediment comes up from beneath the pipe. And then we're going to put a drainage membrane down this foundation, over the benched area, and over the weeping tile.
Weeping tile is a perforated pipe that runs along the footings of the inside or normally the outside of your home. It doesn't matter, one or the other. Its design is to grab the water and disperse it out to the city sewers or a sump pump so you don't flood your basement.
Hey, Mike.
Welcome back.
What a wonderful basement. Another job, huh?
So my big wish list is to confirm that we have an exterior weeping. I think over the years, someone has dug down on the outside of the house, reparged it, put it in exterior, because I'm looking at little pipes sticking out the wall. You see that little pipe there?
Yes, yes.
And I think that was an old weeping system, allowed the water to come in to inside the house and go into the floor drain.
Currently, with the current code, floor drains are only used for any water that spills on the floor. In the past, the previous code was allowing the weeping tile and the stormwater to be draining into the floor drain, right? Hopefully, the drain's been upgraded underground, which would
Make it easier on us,
right?
Did they affect the run of the drain out?
Yeah.
And we won't know that until you do
I
your
scope
work.
it, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So I'm running a video camera through this clean-out that I discovered at the side of the house, and I'm running it to determine whether I do have a weeping tile system on the outside or whether this clean-out takes me to the inside and it connects to the sanitary line. What I will need is to have someone flush the toilet. This will indicate that this line is connected directly at the bottom of the stack and is part of the sanitary line.
Can you flush the toilet in the basement, please?
There's the water.
So that tells us this is a sanitary drain and not a weeping tile.
The homeowners make a fundamental mistake by flushing a toilet, running a sink, and that gives them a belief that everything is fine underground. And it takes 20 or 30 feet of drain that's 4 inches in diameter to fill with water first before they would actually have a backup in the house. As I push the camera forward out to the street, this is a clean out right at the top here, which is on the front lawn. And then past that, a few feet, this is the city line already.
We're not seeing anything to do with the weeping tile.
We don't see anything.
This line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have them break an area on this side of the house to see if there's an interior weeper.
The floor drain's been upgraded. Now, I need to run a camera through that floor drain and see if anything connects to it.
Let's do that first.
Sure.
Okay?
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay. This is my basement toilet. So based on the camera inspection, there's no exterior weeping tile, there's no interior weeping tile system. This is not a good news for Mike.
Today was the most imperative day to do what I need to do. That's investigative work. I need to find out where the drains are. Do we have a weeping system, interior, exterior? What's the plumbing like in the floor? What's the structure like? Bringing in Colin, bringing in Martin, and making the next call on what we need to do. Now I have a side drain that I know that runs out to the street. When in all of these houses, it was at the front of the house.
That's correct, yeah.
So this is quite possible that when they did the supposed reno, that they abandoned everything else and ran a whole new line, path of least resistance, coming to the side of the house.
Very possible.
Well, where the hell does that go?
Give me another 5 minutes. I'll test this, and I'll get to the bottom of it.
It's bad enough there's not a weeping system to control the outside environment of weather. But to close in that basement with the foundation literally falling apart is psychotic. I'm gonna have to do an interior weeping and a sump pit.
Yeah.
Or a sump pump.
I would definitely recommend keeping the house off the grid. If we manage our own stormwater in this house and spill it onto green space, it takes us away from the mercy of the city's infrastructure, which we know is having a problem with high volumes of stormwater.
So, front of the house, we gotta find a spot that it can eject it summer and winter. It's working on the inside. Let's do it the way they should have done it in the first place and solve all the other frickin' issues. Please let me know about that drain.
I will.
Thank you.
No worries. So I got my locator with me. Now the head of the camera sends a magnetic signal. It's the sound of the pitch that gives me an indication that I'm over the head of the camera. I do not have drawings to play with. Video camera and locator is the only tool I can use to map out the entire system underground. The fear I have is the line could be either on the inside or outside. And if the line is on the outside, it changes the story.
Found it?
I'm tracing it.
You said 5 minutes.
Well, it's 4 minutes only, right? So.
No, it's 40 minutes.
Come on. It is actually running outside. I have my main sanitary line running on the exterior wall, and I don't have direct access to it unless I excavate on the outside of the house. So I can abandon the line here, do new raffing, excavate outside, tie directly into that. So that's the good news.
Yes, they did new plumbing in the floor. That's clear. But why didn't they control the water around the house from outdoor environment? Snow, rain. If you don't do that, where does it go? Into the basement. Now we're going to.
As long as the plumbing works, that's my main point.
I couldn't sleep for the first month, like waking up in the middle of the night.
Basically, our foundation is sitting on nothing except the soil.
Title insurance is not going to pay for it because permits are pulled on the job. Who's going to pay? No one. Well, we're in here taking a look at the basement, and the problems that I'm seeing here really is a little bit of structure. Somebody finished the basement, didn't know what they were doing.
Whoops.
When we look in this little room, watch your head.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah. Something I don't see too often is this style of a heating system.
I've never seen one before. This is new for me.
I personally wouldn't run it in a house like this. If they've gone to the extent of renting, you should see upstairs. It actually looks really good.
Really?
If they've gone to the extent of renovating the whole house, what dummy says, you know, well, let's go ahead and put all these in. Look at the mold on the cabinet.
This was like the perfect storm for mold because no furnace, no air circulation in here, and a leaky foundation. The moisture was just sitting in this house.
Correct. So we're probably going to bring in Gary. We're going to run it upstairs, give them a forced air system. They have a baby coming in the next 10 days. We want to clean the air, clean the environment. And
They live in here?
They're living here.
And Gary's running ductwork upstairs.
Yeah, but we may have to kick them out for a bit.
Yeah.
So here we go again.
One more basement reno. Here we go.
I want this wall left in place, so drop all the drywall, knock this wall out. I want to see behind that wall right there. I want to make sure that we displace load across that doorway.
Right.
The back room, Rocco really wanted his own little poker room.
Okay.
We're going to change it around, small kitchenette, definitely a bathroom. For now, for our safety, let's do a top piece in here with 2 verticals just to hold this and keep it from falling down.
Good idea.
A header is something that will support a load. And in this case, this header is supporting all of this brick. That looks like it's ready to come right down on your noggins.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3 guys can push over a wall. We're supposed to be holding all this back. We are pretty huge. I mean, yeah, we're pretty strong, but. So we took this out because we got to do some plumbing, I think some foundation work, and then put in a new deck.
It looks like we have removed the front porch.
Yeah, because that's where Martin has to dig. He's got to dig right there. So he was into half of that porch.
So what that's going to do is allow them to fix this area inside and out, and we'll go out that way because we're going to put in a sump pump.
Yeah.
So this was a window, more than likely, right? Not broken on this side. We have a structural piece of wood in.
You think there was a permit on this?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
Is it open still?
No.
It's a closed permit on this house?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Some things get hidden.
Yeah.
All I know is we're here.
It's a bad sign.
So lose everything.
Okay.
So here we go again. I've said it a million times. I'm going to take all this down. I'm going to take it to the graveyard. All the drywall, all the studding, it's all going. Not because I just want to do it. It's because it needs to be done. You look hot.
Happy birthday to you.
I know. I keep thinking,
Happy birthday
boat.
to you.
Go to my boat.
What we're gonna do first is we're gonna chip this floor out and we're gonna go in a horseshoe shape with the footprint of the basement. We're gonna come out about 18 inches and we're gonna dig it down about 8 or 9 inches past the top of this floor. Once we've got the area trenched, we're gonna form it so we can bench pin this basement.
This PVC pipe is going right through the foundation to the other side. When Marcin comes, he's gonna have to redirect all of this plumbing. Right now, we have no choice but to cut this right out of the way so we can get our forms in so we can pour. There's definitely never any time you should be removing the bottom portion of a stone rubble foundation under any circumstance. This area is worse than the rest. We had to have the engineer in, and we had to have all of this formed and have the steel work done to his spec. So it is going to be a bench, but it's going to be much taller than the benches we've already installed, and it's going to step down, and it's coming about 18 inches from the wall. That's just to ensure that it's got maximum lateral pressure and it keeps this part of the foundation stable. We've got all of the concrete in. We're just putting the finishing touches on the surface. We're going to come back in a couple of days. Once the concrete's cured, we're going to rip out the floor. We're going to install the weeping tile system and get this basement stable and dry.
What? I have to say, congratulations to you both. This is unbelievable. But now you got to move out of the house for a bit.
Yeah.
For his sake.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
Oh.
Come on down, guys. Let's get this moving. We were hoping and scheduled to get this done today. It's not going to be possible. We've come across this. This is the thickest bed of concrete I have ever seen in my life inside a basement. This is definitely going to take another 4 or 5 hours to get out of the ground. There's no way around it. We've got a line going this way for about 8 feet, and it just stops dead. And then we've got the main line running out through the house, where it appears to be the second worst spot of this foundation. So we're gonna take a hammer and chisel, and we're just gonna put a bit of a V into this joint so we can get the slick in here. You pre-soak this area. You let the brick get wet. Once the brick has already absorbed that water, then you can start the tuck pointing process. We're gonna use hydraulic cement to repair this area. Hydraulic cement is a very fast-setting masonry product. You've probably got about 2 minutes to work with it from the time you mix it till the time it sets up and turns harder than rock. So right now we're just placing our filter fabric. It's just gonna make sure that 30 years from now, sediment is not making it through the weeping tile. We're using weeping tile that's got a nylon sock on it already, but at this point, it doesn't hurt to take an extra preventative measure and put some filter cloth down. Once we've got all of this finished, we're gonna cover this with a gravel bed, and then we're gonna put our drainage membrane from the weeping tile right up the foundation to grade level. The idea is the water is gonna come down the foundation, it's gonna go over where we've beveled, so anything that travels under here has no choice but to be redirected into the weeping tile. It looks like everywhere this foundation was compromised was directly related to plumbing. Everything. Coming back from the original trap was that piece of cast, and the end of it was just like you see it now. Just a broken pipe going nowhere.
Little signs. The stairs are on the outside of the house. That means, think, right? The stairs weren't on the outside of the house to get to the basement years ago. They were inside the house. So, something's happened. Something's changed. Real estate saying all new house, all new electrical, all new plumbing. This is not all new. This is an all new cover-up. And then you see the gas heating. If they renovated the house, why would they install little gas space heaters rather than running in a furnace with ductwork? Because they're cutting corners, that's why. Now, I'm in bed last night and I'm thinking, I know Colin's doing the basement and everything, and it's clicking into me, we're gonna call this the office now, the room back there. Years ago, they got a permit to do this area, right? I saw the drawings.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and they put everything in, no weepers, right?
As we both know, a lot of stuff notoriously in the 80s, and a lot of inspections were missed. That's a lot of the stuff we fix today. So it's a lot of times if there's something questionable that's not done that was in the drawing, I like to find out when was it done, because usually that helps us figure out why.
It always gets left in the hands of the person who buys the house. You buy a new fridge. And the fridge doesn't work. They're gonna replace the fridge. And we can move higher to a car, right? They're gonna fix the car. It's a brand new car, but it died on the highway. They fixed the car. You buy the most expensive investment of your life, a house like this, and it's your problem.
Today we're sistering up these old floor joists. The electricians were here yesterday. They pulled out all the existing wires. The plumbers were here the day before. They pulled all their pipes out. We've got Derek going ahead of us. He's cleaning out the joist bays. They'll go up pretty quick, actually, just two of us. The original span here, 16 feet, is too big to not have some sort of support, whether it be a sister joist or a dividing wall in it. We're using the laser to level the entire ceiling. And what that does is we'll take a consistent measurement everywhere. This is a tuna. Chicken of the sea.
When I speak English. You know, I tell you what's right, what's wrong. I've got to take it down. I've got to fix this, what I need to do. If I was an insurance company, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover this, I'm going to cover that. You get this, you're on your own.
And this is exactly the kind of work it should have covered. So we've been let down, and I think we really need to keep pursuing this.
So I have the guys excavating outside. What I would ask you is if you can start digging here and tunnel out as far as you can. And while the excavation outside is taking place, we'll tunnel underneath it, we'll try to meet, and so that it would allow us to run the new line.
I meet a lot of people that they either say this, Mike, I know you know what you're doing, do it, surprise me. And then I meet the people that, and I like it, don't get me wrong, because I like to educate, that say, I really want to see it, it's my house, I'm a little nervous about what you're doing. So I decided to call Rocco in, one, let him get to see this great, fine job that what we're doing and just how bad it really was, and two, explain in detail what it takes to do things properly. They told you it was all new plumbing, right?
Yeah, they told me it was redone in 2006, I think, 2006.
Not only were the old pipes full of crap, so were they. What they did was they left the old pipes in the floor, didn't even block the end. They just tapped into it, and you were literally bleeding.
Poo.
Yeah, under your floor.
Lovely. It shocks me that someone can do this and get away with it. But I'm sure I'm just one case of millions that happen every day.
We were outside and an older woman came up, and very old actually,
yes,
and says, what are you doing here? I used to live in this house.
Oh, no way.
Yes, and she said, you know, when my father was here, he built a boat in the basement so big he couldn't take it out. He had to take a part of a wall down.
You're saying this was torn down and put back up?
No, I think this area was. Remember, this was a porch.
Yes, you're right.
This was a porch.
You're right. A lot of people have seen this. This has gone through a lot of eyes. A lot of hands have seen it, have looked at it, and not one person until now has told me how extreme or how bad it was. And we thought it was bad. So just seeing this now just shocks me. I'm actually afraid to buy a new house now. I want to live here forever.
You know I can't turn this into a basement apartment because it's great that you have a separate entrance, but every bedroom must have an egress window. We should be separating the heating, separating the electrical. This is what I came up with. One, furnace room over here.
Okay.
Two, we'll do a kitchenette because we have a window. So a nice kitchenette across here. The laundry room in the corner is going to be attached with the sump pump that we must have. The bathroom will be here because we have a window here. That room back there can be your office, or it can be your man cave. You can play poker in there and everything.
Perfect.
That bucket's embarrassing. I'm gonna be kicking dirt in the hole.
I'll race you so you can fill the hole faster.
Now, what's my overall width?
Overall now on the inside is just over 14 feet. You got 14 foot 2.
Honestly, I would have liked the walls a little closer in because we're losing a bit of space here, but we have to remember, I'm benching the bottom. So here's our foundation wall, then it comes out, and here's our bench. Do you stud back and leave a curb that's gonna be in the way, and we still have to address it? But the guys automatically came to the outside of the bench. But I'm just wondering if we push this one in. Did you screw that to the bottom? What'd you do?
It's not moving. It's got to be cut out.
Okay, and I'd rather we didn't take that off because what that's going to do is weaken our footing. My guys, they're very happy when they read my mind because I think I've taught them enough and they've been with me enough. They know what I'm thinking. They know when I need a hammer. They know different ways that I want things. They did this with confidence, that they know it's going to work, that they know it's right, because that's how I taught them. Try not to do bulkheads, try not to do curbs. So maybe I threw a curveball at them. Well, what I need you to do in this case is mimic that wall right there. Only the double top plate won't be in.
I was gonna lose that whole top thing and pocket a header right up in it.
They're not afraid to make suggestions, and that's important. Just because I'm the general contractor doesn't mean I'm just gonna, just listen to me, don't add anything. Give me your input, because it might be a frickin' good idea, and I might just say, do it.
I'm completely surprised. I thought it was literally just a quick underpinning job. I thought we'd be back in the house in about a month and a bit. Looks like it's gonna be a little longer.
How many renovations is too much? And you think about it, has this house been renovated over and over again? The answer is absolutely yes, it's old. And the last renovation was the bad one. We've laid down a layer of insul tarp right on the subsoil to act as a vapor barrier and insulation blanket. My guys then pour Agilia, a very fluid type of concrete. It flows almost like water, so you have to anticipate the leading edge.
We're pouring Agilia, and I love
We're using 2-inch line, and look how easy it is to handle.
Yeah. This is a 400 square foot basement that we basically prepped, poured, and finished within an hour.
We then spray curing compound on top to keep the surface from cracking during the drying process.
Well, the concrete's had a couple of days to cure now, so we're able to come back, cut back what we had covered up, sump pit, the clean out valves and everything, and we're gonna start framing. The kitchen guy's coming today. He's gonna measure this area here, get prepped for his cabinets, his countertops and everything, so that's ready to go. And then Northwood's gonna be here and start laying out their furnace room. We'll be done this framing today with the exception of bulkheads.
I'll recut.
This pipe here is for the toilet flange. Because when the toilet flange goes in, it's got a V shape underneath it. We wrapped this pipe to give it a bit of a joint, just a little bit of room, let the flange go in and sit down where it's supposed to.
This is sill gasket. Anytime we have wood touching concrete, we want to put sill gasket in between it. It's creating a barrier, not allowing any water or moisture to get to the wood.
Nice.
Framing is actually probably one of my favorite parts of the job. You know, you kind of see everything open, and then once you frame it up, it really shows you the big picture. Working with wood's always fun. I don't know what it is.
I like the design of these doors.
Yeah. The shaker double step,
Yeah.
you can see it.
And the gable would be the darker color.
The gable, I
around
want
the
to
fridge.
frame
Yeah.
the fridge as well.
Okay.
So we're gonna need wires going to the shelves.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the base cabinets, chestnut, the crowns, and the floating shelves, walnut as well. Yeah, and we'll get that going into production right away.
Perfect, thanks
All right.
guys, appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Rocco and Stephanie contracted HVAC ductwork to be installed throughout the rest of the home at the same time. It was a smart move, but it's impacting on our work in the basement.
Well, right now HVAC's kind of leading the way. Everybody gets worked around them. They've got to start from the top down and drop into the basement. From there, they run their trunks and connect to the furnace.
In the basement, there ended up being bulkheads that maybe the customer might not be happy about. But at the end of the day, they're gonna be warm on that third floor. They're gonna be warm throughout the rest of the house. If you gotta create a bulkhead in the basement to get my ductwork in, so be it.
Oh, we might have a short door down here. Concrete is a very time-sensitive product, and this is great. This is loaded at 8:39. It was on here at 9:20. Like, that's perfect. Concrete's one of those industries where a lot of people think they can do it. It's very easy, it's been done for thousands of years, but to do it right takes a bit of work. It's labor intensive, it takes a lot to know what to do, and it's very easy to cut corners because nothing underneath is ever seen.
This is just a pad for the underlayment of the interlock. So it's gonna be a rough finish out here, sand's gonna go on top, and then the interlock on top of that. It takes about 8 hours to dry, about 24 hours to cure. It's always important to have expansion joint. That way it allows expansion and contraction, that way there's no cracking between the brick and the concrete.
Now it's time for the landscaper to do his work. We're good, we're done.
We got a full house today. We got Terry Contracting here doing our tiles. We got Heritage Kitchens, we got Northwood, our crew of 3 guys in this tiny basement, and we got a lot of stuff to do.
I don't know where they're gonna put all this stuff, man.
Having nails are definitely not a standard thing for construction, but I do have a life other than work.
Things are looking really good. We're gonna make our deadline. It's just gonna be a little bit of long hours and we're gonna get to know each other pretty well. Isn't that right?
Feels like it.
Yeah.
We're pretty close to the finishing. We've got all of our major compaction in and done. Matt is just doing the finishing sand there now, and that's just our bedding layer for our clay pavers that we're going to be putting down. We're having a railing coming out from the wall just because of some height issues here. We're going to keep any and all water away from the house, and this thing's going to last forever.
So what do you have left?
Baseboard, filling, sanding, a few spots we gotta do some mudding. I'm trying to keep ahead of the painters here, that way everyone can keep going.
Awesome job, brother.
I thought your dad didn't like yellow. This isn't yellow, this is an earth tone.
How much of this driveway did you pull up? Because it looks like you did the driveway again.
I don't.
It looks like it's been here for years, but it's brand new.
Yep.
So you've done new grass. I can see you've sloped your stairs out and not in.
That was the plan.
Well, that's the pat on the back. Is that the plan?
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem, Mike.
Look at the size of this ductwork.
120-year-old house. They weren't meant to be finished, you know, down here.
No.
We're lucky we got that ceiling height we did.
In a nutshell, what this is doing is actually measuring the voltage that's coming through and making sure it's staying consistent. When it goes too high, bang. This is dead right now, so we're good.
It is?
Kidding.
Nice bathroom. Did you do that?
Well, we painted it.
Hey, Derek. Yeah, like peeping Toms like Derek. Well, no matter what, this actually works.
You know, when we were working down here, it was really tight. I thought it wasn't going to be as, you know, as open as it is, but it feels really good. It's a nice little room down here. It sure is.
This was not a cheap job at all. Like, let's talk about how much money this cost. The most expensive part was the foundation, $26,000. Now let's go into HVAC, electrical, plumbing, painting, the glass in the shower stall. How about the tiles, all the drywall, all the studding, the insulation? There's so much here that totals around $128,000. That's an awful lot of money for something that should have been done right the first time. Unacceptable. How you doing, Max? So, are you excited?
Yeah, really excited, actually.
I'm excited too because
Good.
it's done.
Good.
It's like, oh, it's done. Come on, let's walk. Look at the front.
Oh.
Wow, that's totally different.
Looks like a whole different house.
Proper rails. Now, John had a great idea to clear it all, make it bigger, make more room, and have the stairs go in. And this way, when you're backing up, you can see anyone that's on the sidewalk.
That's awesome.
You want to see the inside?
Yeah.
Wow, it looks nice.
Wow.
Okay. Before we go too much over there, I want to talk about the windows.
Okay.
So we have new windows, and if you notice what I did, because of all our structure, I've actually driven it upwards. So that way we get a lot of window light, right? And then I had the window drop down to make it look like a bigger window.
Ah.
This is what you wanted. You wanted a new furnace that's run throughout your whole house.
Wow.
All the gas lines have been run, your hot water heater here, and you can even see the pressure. And you were very particular about what you wanted when it came to the ductwork and talking to Gary. You wanted enough air to get to the 3rd floor, because what that does is this is all ductwork in here. This is all ductwork, and I hit my head in here. It's a good thing you guys don't. Let's just say Rocco had a very specific way of saying what he wanted the ductwork to do. In other words, the HVAC. So he was very clear on this, which I love. I really do. But what that did do without communicating that to me was change the somewhat design. Okay, go take a look at your kitchen then. We can't call it a kitchen because it's not a kitchen. There's not a stove. We put a stove, it turns it into the next level, which is a basement apartment, which this is not. So doesn't this work as your little place?
Yeah, for sure.
You wanted your man cave. You wanted the possible couch and private room. It could be yours.
Yeah.
Come see your laundry room.
Wow.
Now, just so you know,
Nice.
this is my Christmas present to you.
Wow.
The little things we do, yes?
Hey, what about me? No.
You wouldn't buy me a washer
things we
dryer.
Wow.
Like marble.
Adjustable shower head, I really love that. You got the tub, so you can have a bath, you can have a shower, and lots of room. And my son picked this cabinet. I want to beat him up.
So why didn't you like the cabinet?
No, I really like it. I just knew.
so do I.
I just
think
knew
it's
looking at it that he spent a little more than he should have.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And what's that?
That is the new water meter detector, so they can actually pick it up through Wi-Fi, and now they don't have to come in and open that up.
We're all happy.
I was not expecting this at all. Wow.
When I was pregnant, I was afraid to come down here. The smell was just overwhelming, and it was scary.
It smelled like an old shoe.
I'm just so glad it's over and that we're back home finally. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
You're dressed than I am.
I really like the tie.
To throw something we couldn't.
As far as I'm concerned, the homeowners got the raw end of the stick here really simple because title insurance didn't have to pay and the city didn't have to produce. No one wins? And I mean, no one wins.
How'd you like the smell?
Just like you opened up a septic tank.
I could have my lunch right now.
I'm
I'm just totally cool with that.
I
So
am not hungry.
It's not a good way to start your birthday, buddy.
No, it's not actually. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Imagine hiring a professional kitchen company and spending $19,000 to build your dream kitchen that only becomes a nightmare.
I thought it was a great deal. I trust them, give them a chance.
It didn't make sense. It'd be like seeing a Ferrari for sale for $5,000.
Wow, those weren't even in studs.
This is the biggest bull I've ever looked at.
We paid them $19,000 for an unfinished kitchen.
These clowns, just 100% crooks.
The relationship was simple. I want money, I want more money, and now if you don't give me money, I'm gonna lean your house. Meanwhile, are you kidding me?
We bought this house about 3 years ago. We made a short list of what we wanted to do, and kitchen was definitely going to be the first thing on our list.
We got a flyer on our door, and it said you could get this 10 by 10 kitchen, granite countertops, and it was $14,000. So we saw the number and we were like, wow.
The usual thing I'm used to seeing is homeowners that want a new kitchen. They get excited. They're just like, okay, let's do it. We're gonna do this. We're not gonna move. We're gonna do it new. And they go out and it appears they find the first person with a heartbeat rather than doing their job to check them out.
An older gentleman showed up with literally a sheet of paper, took about 3 measurements of the kitchen, down one wall, down the other wall, and down the other wall, and wrote a number down on a piece of paper, $21,000, clear.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Nice to meet you. Little things, I'm sorry about that. I just caught my eye. Laura?
I can't believe it.
Hello.
Meet my wife, Laura.
I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is a nice little setup.
The next day, the head sales lady showed up, and she took more measurements, had more ideas, suggested moving stuff, and she really seemed like she legit knew what she was talking about.
Well, let's see your kitchen.
Yeah, come on in.
Or what's left of it, up to you.
She also said, oh, free flooring, and we had lots of questions. I said, so what kind of flooring is free? And I was expecting them to say, well, you have a choice between this and this. Well, whatever you pick, we have. She never even measured the floor area. That's the strangest part. This is it.
Right.
So private conversations between us looked like Greg saying, this is a bad idea. I have a bad feeling about these people, followed by me saying, no, 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 they're gonna give me my dream kitchen. I trust them, give them a chance. It's all going to work out. I trust everybody.
So you got the flyer, like I do, in all your newspapers, right?
Right.
And in the flyer, solid wood, custom kitchen, granite countertops, guaranteed in 3 weeks. And in June, promotion, free. I love this. But wait, here we go. It's in here, too. You're gonna get a free deck. It's 8 by 10. But wait, if you call now, because there's another big free here, you're gonna get an undermount sink and undermount cabinet lighting. This is the biggest bull I've ever looked at. And the pictures they use, each and every single kitchen is valued in the area of $30,000 to $40,000. So right there, you're not gonna get for $14,000. That's impossible, not a chance in hell. It's just not gonna happen.
The terms of the contract were something else that were strange and didn't make sense either. It eventually translated to 75% of the cost of the kitchen before the countertops were in, or the upper cabinets, or any doors or drawers.
I want to see a quote saying exactly what they're going to do. Square footage of tile, linear footage of trim, what kind of backsplash, what kind of countertop, what kind of cabinets, what kind of interior, who's touching electrical. Tell me some of the things that are there.
Cabinet door style, work to commence on, how long it's gonna take, and how much we pay them.
I was extremely hesitant. I didn't want to do it. And the more I said I didn't want to do it, the more animosity there was in our relationship. And so finally I just said, do it.
So now I have to ask, how many references did you call?
2.
How many references did they give you?
2.
The first day, I was excited, June 11th. In walks this older gentleman in jeans and a ripped t-shirt in his beat up car he pulled up in.
Like a beat up pickup truck.
Kitchen companies have a box van.
No. Alongside was his sidekick, who was 18 years old and was a co-op student from a local college in Niagara Falls, who told me that the day before he was doing a fence. To which I replied with, a fence? Oh, do you work for somebody else? And he said, oh, no, they're a landscape company.
And so I started laughing to myself. At this point, I could only laugh, because I said, I'm a landscape contractor. If I wanted someone to screw it up, I would have done it myself.
They took the kitchen out. They came in and they did the tiles. So they removed the floor. Is this all a new section here?
This is new floors,
I can tell by looking at the baseboard.
On about the third day, the tile guy showed up, who had only drywall tools with him.
They've done some repairs already to grout, or is that you?
No, that's all them. He then started working, and right away it's travertine floor, natural stone, unfinished, not sealed yet. And I noticed when he was laying it, he wasn't wiping the mortar away as he was going.
He just left all the mortar on top, and I thought that was strange with a porous stone that you would do that.
It is really strange.
Yeah.
It's not the way to do it.
I just kind of shook my head, and I didn't know what to do. Got a drink.
This is when Greg started to call and say, let's call it, give us what we've paid back.
She, the head saleswoman, started freaking and saying they're going to charge me with harassment if I ever call them again. They're only gonna speak with my wife now.
I would go on the phone and I would get, oh, hi, Laura, how are you? How are you married to such a man like Greg? I was then told that our base cabinets were ready, but that they weren't going to release them off of their truck until I handed her a cash payment because my husband is hostile and she doesn't trust that he'll let the next check clear.
Wow, they're really good.
I can see my cabinets on the truck, so what do? I hand over cash. That's when the cabinets came in and were bare carcasses.
Instead of kicking their butt out, they tried to work with them. They tried to make this right and get it done and get it finished.
Their scam was they wanted you to tell them to take a hike. They would keep whatever money you had given them at that point in time and be done with you.
Have you even checked to find out if they've taken anyone else?
Yes. Like if they've like screwed anyone else. Over 70, I believe, in the court case.
That you're aware of?
Yes.
Over 70?
Yes.
70.
They're out to get your money. This is their scam, and they're gonna take you for every penny you're willing to give.
The fraud squad has stepped in and has arrested the couple, the kitchen company, because of all the patterns that they've created on this.
For fraud, it has to be lies and deceit, and then they have to get some kind of financial gain as well from it. So we're looking at what was the customers told up front. There was a website. We did our investigation. We found the website, basically every single piece of information on the website was false. Even the information on the flyers that the customers were given and were put out in the media, that information was not true as well. So as soon as you start out there, you're starting out with falsehood. You're starting out with lies, deceit, to get somebody to go ahead and think that they're dealing with a reputable company.
How has it been with your kids going through this wonderful extravaganza for the last 4 months? Has it been hard? Has it been tough on them, tough on you? That I know.
Complete nightmare.
My father and I hooked up. We got the granite in finally, and then nothing was hooked up, so we hooked up the sink because we needed something in there. And when we hooked up the sink, Logan started like cheering and like was like super happy. It was unbelievable. Mommy, we have a sink. Mommy, we have a sink. Oh my God, oh my God. So that's when I realized it was really affecting the kids more than we knew, and that he was internalizing a lot of the stress that we had.
It still breaks my heart for what this did to my kids above all else. My kids are my first priority, and when I think about what it's done to them, it's been since June 11th. We're now coming up to the end of September, and still to this day, my son asks, when are the kitchen people coming? When are we gonna have a new kitchen?
I'm here to make sure you get the kitchen that is safe, works properly, your kids are gonna love, you're gonna love, and this whole little story you've gone through for the last 4 months goes away.
I really, really hope these people pay for what they've done to my kids above what they've done to adults. I really hope they pay for what they've done to my children.
Electrical, hanging out of the wall when there's kids here. You know, not even worrying about whether or not they have a sink, never mind a countertop. Who cares? They made a bunch of base cabinets. They took $19,000. They laid a floor that needs to be pulled. You gotta be kidding me. Homeowners gotta take some fault here. A lot of the fault is because they didn't do their job to check out the contractor. They didn't do their job to actually look at what it would take to do this kitchen. So what do we have ready?
Well, we showed up a little early, so what we did was we went inside, did all the common sense stuff. We wrapped all the floors, moved all the furniture, the areas that we knew we'd be probably addressing. We plasticed everything off, moved all the kids' stuff.
That's professional. That's the way this should have been done the first time. This is a very simple kitchen, starting with a full cabinet here with the microwave in place, fridge beside it encased with a cabinet that ties into the right, base cabinets that go across the corner right directly across the back with the kitchen sink right here. Peninsula will come out to about here. What I really love is how the upper cabinets tie in with a wine rack on this end, corner glass in the corner glass in this corner, and a beautiful effect really above the stove. It's gonna work and look really good. It's going to be quite the assembly line of teams coming in.
We're going to shut the main water off. We're going to drain the system in the house, and then that will allow me to disconnect all the plumbing in the kitchen. take a few steps, disconnect, drain the water, make sure things are secured so the crew can actually start the demo tomorrow. This is another great example of quality workmanship. I got electrical right next to my water. We're not even talking code, we're just talking safety. It's just ridiculous. So I'm gonna go actually downstairs and I'm gonna disconnect those lines down below so that any water that drips will not impact the electrical. And it's better to have the water dripping down in the basement where it's all unfinished instead of inside the cabinet where I have the live electrical. So I gotta play it safe here.
Here's the order I want to do this. Take the door off to the garage, lose the stove. As the guys are starting to disconnect and break the countertops, it's going out. I want those cabinets out first and that drywall down, and we're gonna work our way out this way.
This is not how you install a cabinet. I can't believe we just removed the actual granite and we found one screw holding this cabinet in. This is definitely the wrong thing to do.
If you only put one screw in the back of the cabinets, they're not really well squared. They're not tied into each other. They're not secured to the wall. Worst case, if they actually put up the upper cabinets and they didn't place the screws properly. Okay, that's a great example. Here's an upper cabinet that is not secured properly to the studs. Fill it full of dishes, put a door on it, someone opens the door, boom, it comes down on top of them.
Wow. Those weren't even in studs.
Oh, no screws here.
I didn't even need a screwdriver. Okay, kick it in, guys.
Careful with my fingers.
Put your fingers.
Get the fingers out. Now.
Oh my God, that was heavy.
Uno, dos, tres.
Nice. The last guys that were here basically said that they were going to resalvage the cabinets. Instead, they left them in the rain to rot and just go to waste. We're actually going to make it recyclable, and we're going to reuse it somewhere else. Les. Yep.
Where do you want these little ones, Carl?
I'm going to put on top.
Go ahead, smash, go. So we're supposed to have the insulation on the other side of the ductwork, right? This is supposed to be on the warm side. That's not on the warm side, is it? It's on the cold side.
Yeah.
Vapor barrier. Here, the vapor barrier's in behind it.
Behind it.
Here, the vapor barrier's in front of it. In front of it, and almost no insulation in this zone. They didn't pull that out, right? This is what fell out right here. That piece is doing this little zone here. Doesn't that look good? What a crap way of doing this. Here's the sloppiness that happens in new home building. It's all about the eye candy. What's the, it's like pulling the curtains aside and going, oh my God, new paint, new floors, new cabinets, it's wonderful. But they don't care enough what's behind the wall. When we have homeowners saying, it's freezing cold in one of the bedrooms. This isn't logical. This pipe must be on the warm side. This doesn't even meet minimum code, and I don't even like minimum code. It doesn't meet minimum code. Anyone care about it? We do. Today is the day the kitchen contractors, the ones that did this mess, the ones that I'm cleaning up after, are in court today fighting for their, let's say, rear ends for the next while, so they're outside of the bars and not inside.
I hope for once that the contractor's actually held responsible, because as Mike was saying, very rarely are they ever held accountable, and hopefully this time they won't get away with screwing any more people.
That's one big bin. So as he goes down, he's gonna push it back, okay? Okay, you got it. Chris? Okay, crap floor, crap, yes?
This floor is really poor quality, and it's not just the scratches, the finish is actually peeling off.
So you now want to do that room?
I'll do whatever you tell me, but I'm just, the alarm bells went off. I'm thinking, how bad is that? And eventually they're gonna have to tear this out or resand it.
Okay, I have an issue. We can see the floor here, the 3/4 inch is laid directly on the subfloor. And when I pull the register at the door here, I'll just show you. When I pull the register, not only is there a ton of stuff down here. Wow. So they've tiled directly over the subfloor.
Oh, nice.
Now, the only reason we're not having cracking is because the floor joists run this way here, and they're 12-inch on center. So the builder beefed up the floor joist to tile directly over it. My issue is now, because I wanted to run all this tile this way, is that the floor joists on this side are 16-inch on center. The floor built with 16-inch on centers will flex a lot more. So if we were to tile it, we would have to lay down 5/8 sheeting on top of the existing, but then the floor would be a different height than the hardwood. The solution is just to tile the kitchen area and replace all the hardwood in the family room and living room. That way it's nice and true and level. Clear?
Totally clear.
Okay.
Tile never had some back butter.
Like that?
When we framed this wall, we kind of framed it inwards a little bit. And so when we tuck the fridge into place, it's not going to come out further than the countertops.
This is great. The guys have been busy. They've restudded this wall, making sure that Gary and Brian could come in and insulate the ductwork, make sure that it's on the warm side and not the cold side. No wonder it was freezing cold upstairs. Mold-resistant drywall, moving the fridge location over electrical, put down the detrits on the floor so we prep for the tile. Rule of thumb is if you're gonna go directly over wood, you should put down 2 layers. So instead of a second layer of sheathing, we use the deter. It's designed for this. It allows movement within the floor. What I'm really excited about today is that we have the pro tilers in. My daughter, the pro tiler, she's learning something new today. They're gonna be using that chair system on the floor.
Yeah, that whatever the spacers they use, I'm pretty stoked. It'll be fun.
It will be.
This way. Ready?
So you're gonna start here. I'm gonna assume you're gonna go work your way back here and then come back this way.
We measured it all out from the center just so we don't get any little cuts by the walls. And then we're just gonna start going this way so we don't get trapped in the room and we can walk out the door.
Okay, well, they're gonna be showing you how to use those tools. You're gonna love how it makes the floor just perfect. Later on, at the end of this, when you guys are done, we're gonna play quarters and we're gonna slide them right across the floor.
Thank you. So we put these little things in before we put the tile down?
Yeah, we'll keep them under and they also work as a spacer and they keep the tiles nice and close together. So if you slip those in, see how one's higher than the other right now?
Yeah, I didn't.
Slide the wedges in.
Okay.
And then you use the gun.
Just squeeze it as far as possible. There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier because like you can see that
It's
they're
perfect.
perfectly flush right now.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. You're getting good at this.
Thank you.
I remember when you first started, and that was really slick the way you did that. Do that again. Do it right here.
Here, I'll do this long one.
A long one. Oh, look at that. My goodness. We have 2 screws. So we want to get a screwdriver.
Yeah.
You know what? Normally I'll walk around with a screwdriver in my pocket, and when it hits like that, you can see the screw. I'll just quickly put it in and do it now before you fill it again.
Of course.
I gotta get you a screwdriver.
No, I got one.
You're getting good.
Thanks.
I like this. So Rob, how's your student doing?
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good. I tell you, the floor looks really good. Did you learn anything?
I still think the spacers are the most wonderful thing ever. It makes your floor comes out so perfect. I love it.
It does come out perfect. You got a quarter? Yeah. You know when you put a quarter on the floor and it slides across the floor? Look at that, eh? It's perfect. Yeah, you two have done a very good job. I think the homeowner's gonna love this. I don't think, I know.
Right now, it's really not home for us right now. And it needs to be that way for us and for our kids. And I know Mike's gonna do that for us.
Okay, this is a design that I prepared for these guys.
Oh, I love this. You didn't see the other kitchen company do this now, did we? My Spanish is not good. Could you help me? So how do I say, let's say, make it right?
Lo correcto.
Lo correcto.
Exactly.
Make it correcto.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
See.
How are you,
Daniel?
Mike? Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you here. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I thought you said you didn't have a big showroom. This is good. Who did the plumbing?
Not me.
I'm kidding. Good, actually. Greg and Laura went on a hope. I mean, they looked at a flyer. It said, really, $14,000, free installation. Can you actually get a kitchen for $14,000 is the question. There's really only one way. You go to the big box store, you buy the cabinets yourself, you put them together, you bring in probably a cheap countertop, and you can probably have a kitchen for $14,000, $15,000. To have a custom-made kitchen will be twice that minimum.
This is awesome.
Daniel, this is good. It is. So, true custom. This is true custom cabinets. This isn't what you buy at a big store that gives you instructions on how to put them together. And it probably would have been better had the other company at least done that. Like, this is the edging I want to see. Look at the drawers. Here's our drawers in this one. How you doing, guys? So, drawers, yes?
Yes.
You see how they're put together? Because before you could see the bottom piece here because they had tagged it in this way, and that's not the way to do it. What are the mistakes they made? They didn't go check the warehouse, supposed warehouse. They didn't go check the showroom, supposed showroom. They didn't test drive the car. See the drawers, that's exactly what I want to see. You see how they'll daddle this in here so that when the drawer bottom, and I'm going to assume that's the bottom.
You know how to do?
Why? Because this is a thick board, right?
Yeah.
So now it's locked in place just like this, and that's exactly how we want it. What they had was this. And then they had their front. This is exactly how they did their drawers. Then they had their front like this. You remember that?
Yeah.
What's going to happen with that is because your drawer is going to be like this, the weight inside is going to make it sink and fall apart. But you lock it in place like that, it's not going anywhere. Little things that you can have coming into a place like this just to see how they assemble it and how it's custom made. This company makes mistake after mistake after mistake, and what do? You're the bad guy. Yeah. I'm gonna lean your house. I'm gonna now turn it around so that, what they're trying to do is they are the bad. And they're trying to pass it on to you like you're impossible to deal with. We're gonna lean your property. No pro talks like that. You ever leaned anyone?
Like this? Never.
Yeah, because you don't have to.
No.
Check out the company. Hey, you got references? Can I call them all? Go look at the kitchens they installed, because that's the end result. Here's the good news. We're at the home stretch. Now we're gonna be doing your kitchen.
I can't wait.
We're just about to install, aren't we?
Yes.
So by end of day today, you're gonna have the base cabinets
There,
in?
for sure.
And the cabinets tomorrow?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
The rest we can do it today.
Work off it?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Now there's something totally professional because this is what's necessary. These are the adjustable feet on the bottom of the cabinets, and I really like it that if your floor is out, you're not using shims. You actually will adjust the cabinets. They're not going to need a lot of adjustment on these, but if you notice the way they're installed, he's picking up right on the gable. Because if he just put the feet on the bottom, the weight will be on the bottom shelf, and you think of the countertop weight, maybe someone getting on top of it, and will want to push down on the gables, and this is considered the gable here. So weight displacement comes down the gable and is picked up by both feet. That's why they lap right to the edge to pick up the weight off the end.
Now, George, I need to lower this into the brick because right now I'm bordering, this hole right now is gonna cut into the vinyl and the brick. Our vent hole for our range was actually gonna hit the vinyl and the brick at the same time, but I can't get a grill on that because one's proud of the other. So what do? I have to bring the actual vent hole down so that I'm either in the brick or bring it up into the vinyl. We chose the brick because the cabinet will still cover it.
That's music to my ears. Adam, how are you doing out there? You can hear me, I know you can. Don't make me get my cup and string. Oh, you're right there. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna let you vent. You're helping hands.
Handles, exactly, and we can level them.
Brilliant. Yeah. Because normally this is a two-man job.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that. That is brilliant.
Today we're here to take a digital template of this existing cabinet using a camera and dot tape to fit a quartz countertop. Using this digital method, we can follow any scribe in the wall and any variations in cabinetry to get a precise fit at the walls and a consistent overhang in front of your cabinets. The savings to us is time on site. The other method of a physical template, if you used cardboard and duct tape to get a template of this, you would be on site for probably 2 hours. This method, I can be in and out in 45 minutes with my precise measurements, all details figured out, and a drawing already started.
All of the pictures are loaded into the computer, and the software creates a template of the kitchen counter, matching all of the curves in the walls behind the cupboards.
The goal is to make the end result perfect for the customer and save them time and the aggravation of any mistakes.
Mike definitely opened up my eyes, and for sure when you're buying a kitchen, do your homework and check out where they work and what they build, and go see a showroom for sure with the kitchen.
I'm hoping these guys go to jail for an awful long time, because it's these type of people that put a bad name in the construction industry that has changed everything as to why I do what I do, as to why I come and tell the world, here's what you need to know, here's who you need to hire. And I don't have to name them. You need to follow the right process. This is a job to find the right people.
All right. The tiles are finished. We have tile against wood. What we have to do is use a piece of wood as a threshold piece. The tiles are a little bit higher and lower in some spots, so we have to compensate to make sure that we have a smooth walking edge. And we're gonna keep about 1/8 of an inch away, so then they can use the silicone grout so the floor has some room to expand and contract. And it also has to line up with the existing line so everything looks nice. And our second main concern is, because we're going 2 different directions and I'm starting off that tile over there, I have to make sure that tile, when I start, is square with this room so you don't wind up with a crooked tooth effect. So there's a bit of mucking around, but once you do your lines and you get everything straightened out, it looks beautiful in the end. It's amazing what you can do when you have no choice. So there's 2 large puppies in here that destroyed the previous floor. So Mike decided to use a product we've used before, hand scraped solid sawn from Vintage, commercial grade product. It's already got a distressed, beautiful feel to it, so even when the puppies do scratch it, their scratch marks are just gonna add to the patina of the floor, which is an excellent idea. Best way to go.
This is a Caesar stone top. It is very strong. It's a lot durable than the actual granite. You don't have to seal it, and it's maintenance-free. Okay, right now what we're gonna do is level off the actual countertop. Put it together with the seam machine over here. Put an epoxy in between the seam that joins the countertop and holds it together.
It's got to be perfect. You got to measure that straight edge. This line right here has to be perfect off the wall. If it's not perfect, this will then be installed crooked. We're putting in a retrofit box. If it's installed a little crooked, when you have your fixture, the way that your fixtures line up, these two nuts are gonna go in here. So imagine the inverse going this way. So if the box is going in crooked, so will your fixture. So it needs to be bang on.
In this case, basically what we need to do is we need to have a really clean finish. So what they've done is they put this special blade on there. It cuts downwards and it prevents any of the surface from being damaged visually from this side. But the damage will be on the inside where no one will ever be able to see it.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna put the rest of the fixture on and get this going.
So this one is gonna go here. All right. Like so. Okay. That one comes down. Yes. The other one's gonna go beside it here. Yeah. Okay. As soon as you get to here, you offset over and go up. And this is gonna be here. Right there. All right. Okay? All right.
So the HEPA system is a whole house central HEPA filtration system. This filter here addresses all three types of air pollution, which are your particles, your biologicals, and VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and those are odors, gases, and chemicals. It has 3 stages of filtration. A pre-filter, which is going to capture the larger particles. So it has 100 square feet of media, and it's good for 2 to 5 years. And that's what's going to be removing the very small particulates. And then we have an activated carbon filter. And what this is for is odors, gases, and chemicals. And this system is going to reduce the amount of pollution that your body has to filter.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I'm wiring a stereo system.
Okay, you wire the stereo system. I want to see the color of the stereo.
You want to see the color of the
Yeah,
stereo?
with the top, right there. Give me that.
Oh, beautiful.
Is that gonna go?
Nice.
Yeah?
Nice.
All right.
This was actually a pretty straightforward job for me. The kitchen sink and the entire plumbing arrangement stayed in the original location. So for me, it was literally disconnect the old fixture and then mount the new one. Getting everything removed allowed me to change the copper and upgrade it to the current PEX tubing. So bringing to sort of current standards and material that is being utilized more often now.
Either we're gonna go white or we're gonna go brushed nickel.
I was saying white.
Marston's saying white.
Marston's saying white.
I gotta listen to a plumber doing electrical. I wanna agree with you, but I don't because you're a plumber. My guess is I like this.
Wow, eh, Joe?
Awesome.
The colors like this are becoming popular?
Yeah, they seem to be becoming more popular, these bright colors, so.
I've been keeping the homeowner and the kids in mind here, and she basically told me purplish blue was one of her favorite colors.
Right.
So I've been allowed by Damon and Mike to just kind of make a choice on paint, and I've done something I normally don't do, so I'm actually kind of a little afraid of the reactions that I'm gonna get from the bosses.
Just to show you a comparison, whenever we're at the stores and we're buying something as simple as a receptacle, you've got, you know, probably under $1, 70 or 80 cents. But then you got your 30-cent receptacles, and you see the way that light's flickering like back and forth? This is because the blades on the inside are already worn away. This can't be more than 8 years old. Imagine the heat that you're causing on the end of the blades. Potential fire could happen because the blades are loose on the inside. You can see that. It's not this cord, it's the actual blades on the inside. So when you buy your receptacles and you decide to change them yourself, make sure you're buying the better quality ones. They're out there. You want better quality rather than the... You get what you pay for. And I'll just leave it at that. You get what you pay for.
Derek, man, is that popping or what?
That's nice.
What do you think?
It's energetic. Get me going in the morning.
Yeah.
Making breakfast.
Good idea, right?
Yeah.
Breakfast,
Great
keep your energy levels up.
But it's your butt on the line.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
So the coolest thing in this entire kitchen is the faucet. You touch it and the water runs. Touch it again and it stops. It's just work of art. You can play with it all day. I would. It's cool. I love it.
You don't like it?
I don't.
What's your favorite color?
Mocha, something more modern.
If I was doing your house, I'd do mocha.
Yeah.
It's looking good, isn't it? Now, who picked the blue? Carl? Purple blue.
Purple blue.
So we don't have the time to change it. We're just gonna have to do one of these and hope the homeowners like it. I'm still trying to get over the blue. However, look at the curtains. The curtains are going up and really highlighting the blue, and the curtains actually do go with the kitchen. So it might work. I'm gonna look at the homeowners thinking, do you like this? I have a feeling he's not gonna like it. I have a feeling she's gonna like it.
That is a snug fit. No, I think that's where it's going, bud. Thank you. Hey, man, why do I have to clean after Sherry?
Remember that $13,999 special kitchen supplied and installed? Well, that's gone. Here's what we did. All cabinets and countertop is $31,000. Everything else we did, including electrical, lighting, flooring, the basement, HVAC, all the other things, that's another $30,000 for over $61,000 plus our help. That's a lot of money. You want your house back?
Yes, please.
It's not my house anymore. You can walk in. We're gonna start in the living room, and we'll stay in the living room just for a moment.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, we went a little further.
That's insane.
It's gorgeous.
I didn't like your floor. It was driving me insane, which means all new baseboard, all new quarter round. I love this floor.
Wow.
You like the purple blue? I like the kitchen.
The purple blue, I'm not looking at the purple blue.
I can't even explain how important this is to us. I haven't had a home since June 11th. It's just been somewhere to sleep and eat out of cardboard boxes and, you know, be at while we get in the car and hop to the nearest fast food place to find what we're gonna eat that day or relative, and it just hasn't felt like a home. Oh my God.
Look at that.
I like the kitchen.
Holy cow.
Do you like that?
That's phenomenal.
Just walking through that door, I had that feeling that this is my house and I just want my kids. I want my kids to see it, and when can I cook my first meal?
This is the kind of kitchen you saw in the flyer.
That's it. That's it. This is phenomenal.
It's beyond what I...
The backsplash,
beyond.
everything.
Yeah.
We had a lot of calibration here with working with countertop guys, kitchen guys. I wanted to pick something up that worked with the floor.
Yeah.
To me, this is how, and I know you wanted the light cabinets, and then I went, okay, I want a darker handle.
It is gorgeous.
How do you like the backsplash? Does that work?
Unbelievable.
Okay. We have a proper corner. You're gonna love these little things that we put in here. You see that? If I pull that out like this, right? And I pull that one out, that's using the best usable space for the corner. A lot of electrical was fixed in here. New microwave, brand new dishwasher. I gotta show you the taps. So, see the blue light?
Yeah.
Okay, that tells you your battery's working, right?
Whoa, what did... Get out!
It doesn't like your touch. Oh, it does. It's like, slow down. You're touching me too fast.
Whoa. Touch it anywhere?
Yeah. Looking this way into your living room, this is Carlito going out on a limb because he tried to get colors from you.
He did through the wall, and my response was, you could paint it purple and I would love it.
She definitely stressed that if she could have a choice on colors, she would want a purple into a blue.
This is kind of, this is a little...
Well, he kind of chuckled to himself when we said that, so I was kind of going, uh-oh.
If she really likes this color, she's gonna go, oh my God, I love the color.
It might take me a little bit.
So you were like me?
A little bit.
Totally blue?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit blue right now.
So, would you ever do that again? Look at an article that's in a flyer that looks like a deal, that there's no way it's a deal, that has red flags all over it. Would you ever attempt to do that again without checking them out?
No. No. 150% no.
If it sounds too good to be true, odds are it is. I'm sure Laura and Greg learned a very valuable lesson on this one. You need to check out your contractor. Are they licensed? Are they insured? You know, these are things you need to ask. Not just ask, but see. You need to look into the contract to make sure that everything is detailed into the contract. Especially, never spend more money than the job they've done. That doesn't make financial sense. As a matter of fact, if you do it this way, you're spending money for nothing.
I can't believe it's finally over. Like, it's a sense of finality to this, and having you guys come into our lives for this short period of time and doing so much for us, having not known us is just unbelievable, and a great testament to Mike's character and who he's all about and helping us, and I just couldn't ask for anything more. Can I, like, look in some cupboards?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it's yours now.
Okay.
It is yours.
Okay.
I'll just walk out here.
This is phenomenal.
You two play in here.
Totally floored. Fixed a family, fixed a relationship, fixed a kitchen, fixed beyond what words could even say.
Are you napping, Sherry? Yeah, it's a hostel.
That's a hostel.
Is this your new bedrooms?
Yes, absolutely.
That's not my bedroom in the middle.
If I was a kid, I would love to play in this stuff.
Yeah, well, you are a kid. Oh, no, what is this? Oh, you may kill her.